So I just wanted to make a video on what you can do if you feel your body is holding on. People often say this on the spiritual path, my body's holding on, it's just holding on, it won't let go, it's holding on. Now, if you're having the experience of the body holding on, if you're having the experience that the body won't let go, it almost certainly means that the body is afraid. There's a fear of letting go. Now, I don't think there's anything you can really do to force yourself to let go. Because to let go is a letting go of control. To let go is a death to the ego. And the ego doesn't want to die. So it holds on. And you can experience that as like a whole body holding. Most people have this, but most people aren't aware of it. Yet those who have been doing a lot of spiritual practice and meditation and self-inquiry and sitting in silence and opening to the freedom of awareness start to notice anything that isn't like the freedom of awareness. So the more in touch you get with the freedom of awareness, which many of you watching this channel will be in touch with that freedom of awareness, the more in touch with that freedom of awareness you become, it can seem as if the more intense the holding patterns within our body become. But actually the holding within the body has always been intense. The ego is a holding within the nervous system. The holding within the body is what keeps the ego alive, is what keeps the sense of separation alive. So if you can't do anything to force yourself to let go, which I don't think you can, I've not found anything. Then what can you do? I guess there's a couple of things. Number one is you can get in touch with that place within yourself, or that space of yourself, which doesn't want anything to change. You can get in touch with the place within yourself, which is completely okay with the body holding on. So one thing my therapist / spiritual teacher Judith often says to me, if I'm sort of complaining about something holding on in my system or something like that, she'll say, how does presence feel towards this holding? So we can ask ourselves that. How does presence feel towards the one that is holding on? And when you ask yourself that question, how does presence feel towards the one that's holding on? You may get a sense of presence being quite light-hearted, actually. You might get a sense of presence being wonderfully okay with you being exactly as you are. You may even feel the presence is gently holding and gently loves you, your body, exactly as it is, and isn't in a rush to change it, and isn't in a rush to make it let go. The only thing that wants the body to let go is the mind. Presence doesn't mind what your experience is. Presence doesn't mind that there's a holding. Presence knows that there's nothing wrong. The mind feels as if something is wrong, something should be different. But presence is completely okay with you, exactly as you are. And so, I'll say that another way, presence is completely okay with the body being exactly the way that it is. And you are that presence. So when you get in touch with that presence, when you come to know that presence, simply by knowing that presence, you are being that presence. And you are being warmly okay with your body being exactly the way that it is, holding or no holding. So the number one thing that we can do if the body is holding on is get in touch with something within ourselves which is completely okay with the body holding on. Because that's where freedom is. And what if the body holding on isn't a mistake? What if the body holding on is a profound pointer for us to discover that which is okay, regardless of experience? Regardless of experience. Because if we need the body to let go and be relaxed in order for us to be free, then that isn't true freedom. True freedom is free whether the body is holding on or not. So the body holding on could be the perfect thing you need right now in order to discover what is always free. What is always free. So I almost feel like finishing the video there. But I did say I would give 2 things that you can do. So let's see. Let's see how it comes. The other thing that you can play with, that you can do, if the body's holding on, it's afraid. What it's really afraid of is your light. What it's really afraid of is the light of being. It doesn't feel safe to let go into the light of being. Because when you were a child and you were existing within the light of being, and you were this open, vulnerable space, at a certain point you started to get shut down by your environment and difficult things that happened to you. And so it can feel scary to open up to the light that we are again. Because in that opening up, there's a fear that we will be shut down. It's very painful to go from being open to shut down. And so there's a fear in the system that if we open to this light again, that's scary, that's vulnerable, because it can be shut down into the contraction. So it would rather hold on and stay holding on than to open up and risk being shut down. Now, I don't know why I said that, but what you really need to know is that there's just fear holding on. And what does fear need? In order to soften? Well, it needs your love, your presence. So as well as noticing the presence that you are, the presence that's surrounding your body, the presence that's gently kissing your body in every moment, that's tenderly holding your body in every moment, as well as noticing that presence and the freedom in it. You can also allow it to come into the body and to feel and embrace the fearful one. To hold and embrace the fearful one. And that can support the body in bit by bit, just softening and letting go. And you might find that this happens, you're meeting the body with love, with awareness, presence, with tenderness. The light of awareness is holding the body, and you're giving it space, and it starts to just soften some. And then it might hold on again. But don't get frustrated with it. Don't get frustrated with it. Be patient. You need patience for this. You hold it. You love it. You bring love to all the areas of holding in the system. And then they may just start to soften. And it's okay. You don't need the body to fully let go, because you're already free. You're already free. And you just support the body in feeling safe as best as you can. You love the body as best as you can without expectation. Without expectation. And when you do these two things, you may notice this. This light opening up inside. This divine light opening up inside. You may notice your consciousness becoming brighter. Be patient. Sit with yourself. Be with yourself. You may find yourself enjoying sitting with yourself for hours. Enjoying holding yourself for hours. And that's important, to enjoy being with yourself. My favourite thing to do, one of my favourite things to do, is just to sit and be with myself. To spend entire evenings just sitting, opening, inquiring, discovering deeper levels of light. Assisting the body in feeling safer, softening. Opening the crown chakra and just allowing light to come in from above. Feeling the root chakra and just feeling it anchored, connected down into the earth. It's just coming to me what my teacher Craig Holliday says in most of his meditations. It's just breathe, feel, experience, and I'll add, just taste the freedom that's already here. Enjoy and taste that subtle yet sweet quality of your own being. That subtle yet so sweet quality of your own being.